now, you can buy a company for $27 billion. It holds $32 billion of SpaceX stock. That means the stock alone is worth more than the price of the whole company. That gap has been open for 2 months. People kept saying it would close once the deal was done and the risk was gone. Well, on July 14, the deal cleared its last hurdle. The cash lands this month. Every reason they gave is gone. But the gap did not close. It is still right there. So the real question is not whether EchoStar is cheap. It is why the market still will not pay for something you can count. Let's start with the date, because it is the reason this is happening right now. On July 14, a federal judge signed on the one approval that was still missing. Since 2020, the government had ordered the company to build a nationwide phone network. That order was the last thing blocking this whole deal. This month, the court cancelled it. I have a master's in aerospace engineering. I read a company the way I would take apart a machine, by its parts on the table one at a time. So what are you actually buying at $27 billion? Count the parts. The SpaceX shares worth about $32 billion. When the deal closes this month, about $20 billion in cash comes in, and most of it clears the company's debt, leaving about $7 billion in clean cash. And it still owns a block of airways it can sell for close to $9 billion. If you add each part up, the total value is about $48 billion. It is now trading at $27 billion. That means you are paying about 56 cents for every dollar on the table. Since August 2025, this deal was a maybe. This month, it turned into a yes. So, are you early or just the last one to see it? So, why has the price not moved? The simplest answer is one nobody wants to say. The money is not in the bank yet. An approval is a promise. Cash is cash. On July 14, the deal cleared. On July 17, the company sent the official notice to pay off the debt tied to those airways. And the cash itself, about $20 billion, is due before the end of July. Close but not here yet. There was also a scare in June. On June 30th, one part of the company filed for bankruptcy. The first time I read that, I thought it was cracking too. Then I saw what it actually was. The company had a $2 billion loan due July 1st. The cash to pay it was stuck behind the delayed deal. So Charlie Ergen, the CEO of the company, did not rush to pay it with money he did not have. He put that one piece into a court process, held everything steady, and waited for the bigger money. The loan gets paid in full the day the deal closes. Ergen counted cards for a living before this. A card counter does not play every hand. He folds the weak one and waits for the deck to turn. That is what the bankruptcy was. The company was not cracking. He was waiting for the money. But most people only read the word bankruptcy. The stock stayed cheap. So here we are. Every box is checked. The money is days away and the parts are still on the table at the price that says none of it is real. The approval is done. The cash is days away. So what are you waiting for? If you watch my first EchoStar video, you already know the two catches here. 1. The company does not fully get those SpaceX shares until November 30th, 2027. Until then, it holds a contract, not the stock. 2. When it does get them, it cannot sell right away. There is a lockup. And if it ever sells, it owes tax on the gain. How much tax? About $1 to $2 billion. That is not my number. It comes from someone who follows EchoStar closely on X. Set it next to the stake. $1 to $2 billion of tax against a $32 billion stake. It is real and it is small. But neither of these is new. Both have been true since the deal was signed in September 2025. If this breakdown is useful, hit like and subscribe. I go 3 layers deep every week. So if the deal is done, why is the stock still this cheap? Here is my read. Since my last update on June 25th, the stock has dropped from about $100 to about $92. And it is not alone. Look at the whole space sector this month. Rocket Lab is down about 55% from its peak. AT&T Space Mobile, about 56%. SpaceX itself is about 45%. The money is not moving around inside space, it is leaving space altogether. So this is what I think is happening. When money runs out of a whole sector, it drags everything down with it, even the names that just got stronger. EchoStar cleared its last hurdle and the stock still fell because the money around it is flowing out. Now watch which one fell the least. EchoStar, down about 37%, even though it had the worst headlines of the group. A bankruptcy filing, the head of one unit walking out. The other names are priced on a promise about the future. EchoStar's value is things you can count today. In the worst month this sector has had, the one you can count fell the least. So my read is this. The gap is staying open for one reason, and it is not the deal, it is the money. The money that will close it has left the sector. When it comes back, and the money always comes back to a sector growing this fast, SpaceX goes up first. And EchoStar, now that every hurdle is cleared, should follow it up, holding a $32 billion stake it bought at a discount. One more piece. Charlie Ergen owns more than half of this company and about 80% of the votes. So the crowd does not decide when this gap closes. He does. He could buy back stock at this low price and hand more of the company to himself. He could take the whole thing private and keep the SpaceX upside. Or he could do nothing, hold every share and let the discount stand for years, the way he has outweighted everyone before. The part that is actually in your hands is this, not the gap. Everyone can see the gap, just whether you are holding before the money comes back. The money left space, and money always comes back to a sector growing this fast. When it does, are you already holding or just starting to look? If you are holding EchoStar or looking at it as your cheaper way into SpaceX, your decision is only this. Do you buy while the money is still out of the sector, or wait until it comes back and the price has already moved? Here are 3 things I'm watching. 1. The AT&T deal closing and the cash actually landing, expected before the end of July. 2. The money coming back to space. Watch SpaceX, Rocket Lab, and AT&T. If they turn up together, the money is coming back. 3. SpaceX itself. If it keeps falling toward $1.2 trillion, the cheaper door matters less, because at that point you could just buy SpaceX directly. Every doubt is crossed off, and the only thing between the price and the product is money that has not come back to the sector yet. So the only question left is timing. Does the price move when the cash lands, or does the market make you wait? I built the whole case for why this gap exists and why it might never close in my first EchoStar video. This is the week to watch it. Click here to watch it now.